Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Chainlink. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at Chainlink on the daily chart, we have the same Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing high in May of 2021, and the swing low is all the way back here in December of 2020. As you can see, we retraced below the the one level, I should say, over here. We went below that, but we didn't really retrace all the way down to the 1.272, which I was expecting, or at least retest $5, which was this important resistance area that we broke above in July of 2020, and we really haven't backtested it as support ever since. And potentially that still could happen if we see a major capitulation in the markets. We see Bitcoin move back down below $17,000. We could see that strong drop off and a wick towards that area with a quick recovery afterwards. That is also very possible. You could set some buy limit orders in advance as always, but in general, this is a very good buying opportunity for Chainlink. We've been in this consolidation sideways move since May of 2022, so for 9 months now, and hopefully once we start breaking out of this range, we're going to see a very strong impulsive move to the upside, just like we saw over here. But I think this one is going to be a lot stronger. And if we assume that the swing low over here in May has been printed for the bear market and we're not going to be losing that level, then what can we do is we can set up a Fibonacci retracement from that swing low there to the swing high, and you're going to get your technical target. So $101 is the minimal target at the 1.272. Then you have the 1.414 at $141, and you have the 1.618 at $226. So those would be our technical targets after we break the all-time high price here of $54. And I think it is possible we get to these numbers, to these prices. So 1,400% to $100, 2,000% if we get to $141, and 3,250% if we want to get to $226 from where we are right now. I think those numbers are possible. We are gonna wait a bit before that happens. Obviously, this is not going to happen overnight, but with patience, we can make a lot of money with Chainlink. So taking a look at this channel up pattern and its resistance here, as you can see, held us down. We got rejected from there once again, and we're back down 7.5%. So this could be this could have been a good trade for you. The last update that we made on Chainlink, we were just sitting and getting rejected from that, and I told you that this would be a good area to buy back into, to sell some Chainlink and buy back at the 20 EMA. That's exactly what happened here. We had a perfect bounce off of the 20. From there, we had another move to the upside and another bounce down. So this was a good swing trading area, but personally, I did not do that, and I advised that I wouldn't be selling because if you're planning to hold for the long term, you really want to be careful around these swing trades, because if you, for some reason, see a strong break to the upside and you decide to sell at some point and you sell too early, then the price is going to continue pumping and you're going to be left down here with your cash, and maybe, just maybe, Chainlink will not come back down to those prices. So you have to be careful with these swing trades. If you don't know how to swing trade, I would advise you just stay away from it, because you don't want to be left hanging with your cash in your pockets. You need to be exposed to the markets when the bull market arrives. A pretty major support level here would be at $5.77. We have retested that area multiple times in 2022, or at the end of 2022. We had a little pullback here in December, and so far we've been doing very, very well for Chainlink. I do have a position myself, and my average buy-in price is around $6.40. So the daily RSI here is coming back down. As you can see, we're moving towards the wide support trend line. Now, this could be a good entry point for Chainlink, as we have bounced off of this level multiple times previously. You can see that every time you come down to the wide trend line, you see a move to the upside. This over here was an exception because this was a little fake out that we had outside or below the wide trend line. Then we had a move to the upside. Usually the yellow resistance trend line keeps us down. We also had a little fake out there. And the wide trend line as well is a good indicator to take some profits, because ever since January of 2022, we've been running into that level there, and we've been getting rejected back down. So if we see a capitulation, just know that you do have a couple of good levels here to target for Chainlink. Let me just remove this little rectangle. Let me extend this pink trend line, because this is going to be a pretty important support trend line for us to hold. And then you have the yellow support trend line at 32.04. So that's regarding the daily chart. Let's switch over to the Binance website. So taking a look at the weekly chart, we are here on Binance, and you can see that we have multiple yellow resistance and support trend lines. Those we would be targeting later on once we start breaking above the major resistance levels that we have here. For now, potentially we could be coming back down to this support block anywhere from $6.22.5 to $5.34.5. Each time we were in that support block, we saw a move to the upside. So maybe that's what's going to happen one more time before we eventually move to the upside for good. We also have this potential Elliott wave theory structure. So I think this is going to be our low. If Bitcoin is not going to be pulling back down, altcoins will not be doing that either. So Chainlink potentially printed its bear market low, and we're going to see that wave 3 to the upside, potentially taking us to the new all-time high prices. This could play out differently, obviously, but the wave 3 is usually the strongest, and we may see a very, very strong move to the upside into 2024. And with a pullback, wave 4, and then wave 5 taking us for that last move to the upside, potentially it could be on the same level as the wave 3, potentially it could be a bit higher than that, but this is roughly what I'm looking at for Chainlink here. And this could obviously extend more into 2025. I don't know how it's going to play out, obviously, but just know that dollar cost averaging into Chainlink at these levels here is very smart. Now, taking a look at the weekly RSI, you can see that we're coming back down into the support block. I gave you around 47 and 46 on the RSI, and then you have the support level at 43.15. That is a resistance level we broke above, and we haven't back tested it as support. So maybe that's what we're going to be doing here. So look out for a retest of this light blue trend line. Then you also have this green support trend line that was keeping us afloat with a back test in September last year, in November, almost a back test in January, and maybe we see another move to that trend line. And if we see a major capitulation, then you could be targeting the light yellow support trend line here at 36.34 on the RSI. That's going to be a pretty important level for us to hold, as that is the bounce that we had at the end of August. So that's all I have for the weekly chart. For Chainlink, the stochastic started moving to the upside. That's bullish. The MACD currently had another EMA squeeze where the moving average bounced off the red signal line, and we're moving up above the histogram hopefully very soon. But based on the MACD, based on the stochastic, the RSI, we're looking healthy for continuation unless we see this low lost that we printed in June of 2022 at $5.37. And the volume indicator here is having a red candle. at the end of the week, which is not very good, but we were getting 4 good green weeks. So potentially this week, we're going to see a pullback with a move to the upside in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we see continuation from this. I would love to stay in the bear market for another 6 months just to accumulate as much crypto as possible. But hey, we don't get everything that we want. So I'm okay with the bull market starting somewhere at the end of 2023. Early 2024. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything, let me know down below in the comment section. You can check out my Patreon with a free 7-day trial down below in the description. You can get access to all of my posts since October of 2021 with my low cap gems, my TA, my exclusive podcasts for Patreon. All of that is going to be there, as well as my Twitter page is linked and the Discord server. Thank you and take care. Goodbye.